finished. Brighton 2, Wolves 2. It's Dave here from Talking Wolves. I'm going to be giving my thoughts on the game today. Another Sunday afternoon game, 4:30 at the AMEX, and Wolves, well, they extend their unbeaten run, a 2-2 draw. A bit of a strange game, wasn't it, to say the least? So be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you do, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But, yeah, Wolves extending their unbeaten run. But I think, to be honest, I think both fans... or both sets of fans will be disappointed that they didn't get 3 points from the game. I certainly am, to be honest. I felt it was a winnable game, and I think after the performance, I think Brighton fans will probably think the same. Either side could have won it. So on the face of it, possibly a draw is the fair result. Wolves starting with an unchanged side, as you'd expect again. Patricio in goal, Doc and Jonny as the wing-backs. A back three of Sace, Cody and Dendoncker, Neves and Coutinho in the middle, and Jota, Raul and Adama as the front three. Took Wolves a little while to get into it, but we did look like the stronger team, to be honest. We had a couple of obviously chances, moving the ball quite well. Brighton, obviously, the way they play is completely different under Graham Potter now. They like to keep the ball and so on. And obviously on Sky, before the coverage, Graham Souness was actually talking about, yeah, they're having all these amount of passes, but how many of them are actually in the final third? And literally before the ball even got kicked, he's summed up how this game went. Brighton, on the face of it, had so much of the ball, but mainly it was with their goalkeeper and their back four, really. And at times they were sloppy, offered Wolves a couple of opportunities. Neves with an early chance as well. Wow, that would have been a great chance for if that went in. Obviously deflected back out to him, hit it first time. So much power. Unfortunately, if that went into the back of net, wow, I think that would have been up there with the Derby goal, I think. But again, a great goal for our goal. Jonny well battled, and Raul and Jota, slowly we started to see a glimmer of that chemistry that we saw sort of last year as well. Lovely 1-2. Jota bringing the ball forward, playing it out to Raul. I love the rotation between the two, and another great ball across the box, and Jota finally grabbing that goal. How many games and how many weeks have we said, today Jota's going to score, today he's finally going to score, and he managed to get that goal to give us the lead. Great position, comfortable. We deserved it, to be honest, at that point. We looked the better team, despite Brighton having more of the ball. We deserved that. And then we could have gone 2-0 up. Jota again, through on goal, and he's just got to hit it earlier, hasn't he? At the end, I don't know what he's trying to do. Maybe trying to get up to the goalkeeper and sort of dink it over him. But Matt Ryan kept it out. And we all know how important that goal could have been for the rest of the match, really. We could have been 2-0 up. And to be honest, that would have seen the game done and dusted. But Brighton pegged us back immediately. After that chance, Neil Maupay grabbed himself a goal. He was a real nuisance for Wolves today. And with all of Brighton's tippy-tapping and their short passes, one direct ball over the top and we couldn't cope with it. We were playing quite high at that point. But I think Maupay hit the strike quite early. That surprised the defence, really. But I think Patricio's got to do a little bit better there. He's got to position himself a little bit better. I think he was a little bit too central in his goal. Here's me talking from little to zero to little experience as being a goalkeeper. But for me, he's probably got to do a little bit better there. But throughout that first half, I think the right-hand side in general just looked really, really shaky. And that's where the second goal came from as well. Just less than 2 minutes after that Maupay equaliser, ball into the box and header into the back of the net. I think it was Proper who scored the goal. But yeah, really, really disappointing way to concede a goal. And as I say, that right-hand side for me was quite shaky. Doc, at times, he just seemed a yard off it today, Matt Doherty. But to be fair, he wasn't the only one. I felt this was quite a tired Wolves performance. It wasn't as energetic as we've seen in recent weeks. But I suppose it shows, you know, when we're grinding out results and we're getting a result, despite being a tired team, it shows the signs of a good team. Donk was a little bit shaky at the start as well, but I think he grew into the game. Fortunately, obviously, we did get that equaliser in the end before half-time, and I think that would have, well, in hindsight, that was, well, not in hindsight, at the time, I felt that was quite key. Jota, again, scoring two, you know, it's like waiting for a bus. You wait ages for one and two turn up at once, and that's what Diogo Jota's like with his goals at the moment. Got that goal, got us back in the game, and I think we all were rubbing our hands together, thinking, right, let's knuckle down in the last 45, and let's go and get something out of this game. In the end, the second half was very, very poor in contrast to the first half, which was full of goals, full of opportunities. Couple of chances, the VAR shout for the handball as well. I think if John Moss had given it at the time, VAR wouldn't have overturned it. It was harsh. I could see why some VAR refs would have given it. It just depends how they read the letter of the rule. But it's Wolves. We ain't going to get the VAR decision, are we? Adama looked a little bit more threatening in that second half. Dan Burn, for me, you know, he dealt with Doc and Adama quite well. Adama did get the better of him a number of times. And I think could have been sent off if Adama wanted to drive a little bit more. At times, he was just, you know, taking his foot off the gas a little bit. I think if he can go full pelt a little bit more, I think we could see some more, you know, intensity and ruthlessness from Adama Traore. In the end, the changes, Neto coming on, Patrick Catrone coming on. We went a little bit more direct. I think that's what we probably need to see with Catrone. He's good in the air. He's good at getting his body in the right places. And definitely, like, straight away, he created a great opportunity, laying it off for Neto. And the ball was just slightly behind Neto. The touch wasn't great either by the winger. And unfortunately, it wasn't to be. As I said, I think on the face of it, both sets of fans will be disappointed not to grab the win. But in reality, a draw is probably the fair result. Brighton have just come off the back of a great win against Arsenal. They do play great football. Although they were sloppy, I think Wolves could have done better. Wolves had their own spells. Just a little bit of inconsistency throughout the 90. And I think that it was one of our more tired performances. I fully expect to see a fully rotated team for Besiktas on Thursday. And then next Sunday against Spurs, I think we might see a fresh Wolves team that can go at Jose Mourinho's Spurs sides, who are on top form. Hopefully the unbeaten run doesn't end next week. Hopefully we can continue it. 11 unbeaten for Wolves, still in the top 6 in the Premier League. And in the end, an okay result, isn't it? 2-2 against Brighton at the AMEX. Be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the game. And until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon.